Mustang. We starting today with, that's my bro. It's your boy, Sam Stain, coming back with another video today. And now I'm gonna tell you why this is the ultimate generation of the Ford Mustang. Period. Thinking this is gonna be controversial, okay? And it might be, to each is his own, but I'm just explaining points why I personally think that this is the ultimate generation. And I'm gonna throw in a little bit of tips and tricks and secrets y'all may not have known about the S197 Gen 2. Ready? Let's get it. I'm about to start right here. Now, I say this is the S197 Gen 2, but realistically, this is the S197 Gen 3. Why do I say that? Because the first S197 came out in 2005, and that lasted all the way until 2009. And that body style was the first retro throwback on Mustang, trying to make it hit its roots a little bit more and make it more Mustang. Now, the reason behind that being the first big change, because it brought back the muscle car era, because at first we kind of saw these cars as not really as muscle cars anymore, but not even sports cars either, because they were so unrefined. 2010 they released another body style that which also continued on to 2011 to 2012, but the 2010 didn't have a new engine upgrade yet. So the one after that is a Gen 2. This is Gen 3. Gen 3 has a completely different front fascia, taking cues from the GT500 from the 2010 to 2013 era, and except for 2010 to 2012 era, because 2013 got a different lower bumper, but we'll talk about that later. Now, the next thing about this is we got updated HID headlights with DLRs. Now that's a new thing for Mustang. That was the first Mustang ever to have it, was this generation right here. And they have these two signature cues right here. They don't change with turn signals or anything like that, but still they look really nice and they're pretty bright for the most part. Now, what we're gonna also look at is down here. They don't have fog lights. Some do have fog lights, but it depends on the model and whatever you got going for it. Now, I'm gonna talk about the reason why this is the best. Look at that. That is the most aggressive looking car. Okay, maybe not the most, but it's one of the most aggressive looking cars you've ever seen. From this standpoint, you just see how mean it is, the stance of it. This is a stock vehicle, okay? I didn't do anything to it, all right? Except I just did a little paint, and the decal kind of came with it already. I just took some off. But the car just looks oh so aggressive. It is a little high off the ground. It does have that kind of monster truck appearance there, which it might need to be lowered. But other than that, it already came with the FP6 appearance package and FP8 appearance package, which gave the car black wheels from the factory and window louvers. Now, this is the biggest throwback I can possibly say that makes this car stand out better than any other car did of the Mustang generation. Definitely say that the first S197 definitely did have this too. It wasn't a big thing, but the thing about this is window louvers, recessed tail lamps. Now we're gonna look at this from the side, and we have the faux gas cap. What? You can't tell me that's not clean. The S197 Gen 2 came with the California Special with the glass roof. That's right, a Mustang with the grass roof. Oof. I said grass, I meant glass. Not to mention, at the time, we had the most powerful production vehicle ever in a Mustang. 662 horsepower. Holla at your boy. 2013, 2014 GT500, 662 horsepower. Woo! I mean, soon to be breaking about the current, upcoming GT500. But that's a different story. We had the Boss 302 come out, boy. That was a legend. We always got these legends in the Mustang lineup. I just wanted to throw that in there real quick, all right? I'm out. That. We have recessed tail lamps, and the only thing popping out is that right there on the deck lid panel, man. The faux gas cap. That is ridiculous. Now, the whole structure of this car is muscular, yet somewhat aerodynamic and speedy. That is just ridiculous. And it also has the capless fuel cap, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. And just the overall appearance of this car is ridiculous on the outside. But now we gotta get to the inside along with the tips and tricks. Your S197 interior door layout and everything like it. But first, we're just gonna go ahead and close this. Now, this is actually for the sound tube if equipped it. The GTs always have it stock. Now, it pipes in the air silencers or baffles that it would normally have to make it a more quiet drive. You take it out, it sounds just like a cold air intake would. But that's another tip and trick there. And your V6 does not come equipped with a sound tube. GTs do. You can make it louder by taking out the baffles, and there's a sound tube kit delete if you just don't like that idea at all, that it's also available for you guys. Now, for V6, there's a kit to also have it too, so you can enjoy that if you would like it. Now, automatic headlight switch is one of those options that come in some of these Mustangs. Generally, they come base, but it is very easy swap. I mentioned before in one of my videos, and it's about only $30 to $40 depending on your parts dealer and whatever may happen. This little symbol right here was actually, I think this came with the 2000, I want to say 11 to 14 era, but it was only available on 11 to 12 if it was a premium model, I want to say that. And that came with the halo clusters and all that kind of stuff. But I bet you guys didn't know, some of you might have, but I bet all y'all didn't know that this car actually does have a digital speedometer. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn this. All right, I'm gonna hold the reset button. You're gonna see a little line pop up there, right there under the mileage. Hold it for at least 5 seconds. And then when you turn the key, and I'm gonna drop this camera because I can't really hold it. Turn it to accessory mode while still holding this down, and then you'll see that blank over there. Engineering test mode. You release the reset button after holding on to that, and you can now navigate through whatever you would like this to be. Now it's giving you various different instructions and everything, and just find the one you want. You can watch the RPMs, you can watch fuel, whatever, something injectors or whatever the hell's going on. I ain't too sure, but vehicle speed, you can look at that in kilometers or miles per hour, and this is your digital speedometer. Now, because you can leave this on and you can also navigate through driving, you can look through all these and see what you want to see. This whole menu is going to stay up while driving for convenience purposes. But for right now, I'm going to go to the tachometer because this is the only thing I can really do while being still. Now, I have not started the car up all day, and it's getting kind of hot, so I'm going to roll these windows down. Look at that little dog in my damn yard. Anyway, see tachometer, you can see exactly what it's idling at just to make sure. If you just like to see the numbers rise up, you can also have this still like you're driving, like I said before. But while this is on, we're going to go over a couple other features and everything you probably didn't know about this car. Number one, if you have an automatic in the 13 to 14 era, this is sport mode. I know it's real dirty in here, but you know, whatever. This is sport mode, but you can also select shift. Now, some people are like, how do you miss a shift in an automatic? Well, sometimes this gets a little bit jammed and it won't shift. So you have to press really hard, or you can take this off actually and clean it with some air duster, or you can just get in the eraser and erase the panel. But you have to be very careful with these parts because they do break very easy. And maybe I'll do a video on that later. I don't know. Y'all leave in the comments below what you want me to or not. But yeah, right now I got my car idling about 850 right now. So you can see it's very responsive. So it's not lying or anything. It's revving exactly what it says it's revving. You guys are curious about that check engine light. I think it's a fouled O2 sensor because I didn't get it tuned for a long time. And I had an X pipe and all that kind of stuff on here. So yeah. But if you guys are wondering about this, this is just tape. This is just electrical tape that I thought it'd be a little funny to put it up here. And it does kind of look cool in the car and everything. But other than that, yeah, these rear seats actually do come down. I know that's really stupid, but when I first got the car, for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. And I actually went online and looked at it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to bring these seats down. And right here, these generally aren't exposed, but you can pull really hard and they'll come down. And you can see straight into the trunk. The only reason why you can't see that, it won't come down all the way, is because I got this dog thing over here. You know, I got a husky and stuff, all that dog hair and everything. But this is how you get the seats down. I know it's a little shocking sometimes. And I think this is kind of it for our tips and tricks videos, you know what I mean? It wasn't that big, but it's something that people didn't really know about for the most part. So if I did help you out, drop a like, please. I would greatly appreciate it. But we're not done though, okay? So I want you to go drop a like, even though we're not done, saying, wow, this is the ultimate Mustang. You hear me? Listen, now I can say this. If you have a premium model of this car and you're revving past your red line, the whole gauge cluster will light up red saying, hey, and you need to start shifting the car because, my man, this shit's about to blow up. Dig it?
Another reason is this car has an enormous aftermarket community behind it, bigger than any other Mustang. Like that's ridiculous. Like you don't know how ridiculous that is, but that shit is real ridiculous. You feel me? The V8 engine is so versatile, easy to open power up on the Coyote, man. It's ridiculous, and it's the cheapest Coyote around right now. Okay, you can get a Coyote in this year. Okay, not the 2011, in this year for under $20,000. But that's cheap, man. You're getting 420 horsepower under $20,000, and that leaves you with over $10,000 that you would have had to pay for a brand new one of money, of mods you can put on this generation that is also, in my opinion, more beautiful than the S550. That's just me, okay? Because the S550, at first, it was hard to swallow as a Mustang. It didn't look too Mustang-like. But then again, all Mustangs look different, except for the S197 Gen. Look different too. I don't really like 2011 and 2012, but that's just me. They look a little cheesy. Those tail lights and that front end. Let me stop. Aftermarket community is cosmetic, performance, ridiculous, crazy power with a good price. You guys probably think, what about independent rear suspension? Honestly, this car is perfect if you can get the right suspension setup, and still getting all that done with the supercharger, turbo, whatever, is still gonna be cheaper than buying a brand new S550. Like, what do you want me to say, bro? It's the ultimate Mustang, and it looks good, and it's modern, and it's stylish. Crazy, man. It's crazy brazy. Like what? Like, how could y'all forget, man? It's crazy brazy. This has been Sam Stang, okay? Now, this is why I think this generation is the ultimate Mustang. You understand? So drop a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and please stay frosty.